check out some of the various plates we have in stock at the Gym Revolution. We've got standard cast, premium cast, rubber gripper plates, bumper plates, urethane plates, if you can see those, and then something like a really premium calibrated plate, which we'd use for like powerlifting. Standard cast, so it's a cheap plate, a decent plate because you still get the weight out of them, but cheaply made, and yeah, just a standard cast plate, quite an old school type of plate you'd see in like a lot of different gyms, particularly old school gyms. Playing the tolerance of the plate, and you'll see a difference later on to the other ones where you put something like a calibrated on and is a really small tolerance. Cool. Okay, so yeah, basic cast plate, premium cast plate. So again, practically the same, but these have got handles in, just a lot easier to handle. I think the tolerances are the same on these. So yeah, I'll show you pop. So pretty much the same, a larger tolerance than something like the calibrated plate, but they've got handles, a little bit prettier looking, easier to handle. The rubber coated grip plate, kind of an update on the cast version. So you've got the grip handles, but you've also got a rubber coating, which is just nicer kind of feel to it, and also there's going to be less tolerance in something when you put it on the bar. So the bore hole will be smaller on this one. There's less tolerance in that, again, probably difficult to see on the camera, but there's less tolerance in that plate than what there will be in a cast one. This bumper plate. So the bumper plates, you can see this one's well used. Again, no handles or anything like that. These are going to have a smaller tolerance again, and these are really good for if you've got kind of like CrossFitters, Olympic lifters, basically if you're going to be dropping the plates. So if I show you this one on there. So I think there's there's definitely a smaller tolerance from that to a cast plate. I think that's going to be similar to a rubber gripper. If you're planning on dropping plates, you're going to want a bumper plate like this one. Urethane plate. So the benefit of a urethane plate, much harder wearing. These can be dropped. If you're specifically dropping them all the time for like CrossFit or Olympic lifting, I would go for a bumper plate. But the urethanes can be dropped and they are harder wearing. Less tolerance, much more expensive, but a really good plate, and also the weight tolerances. So that's another thing to chat about. Weight tolerances in the plate, so there's going to be a lot less tolerance in something like this. There's going to be a much more accurate rate my plate. There's going to be much more accurate weight in a plate like the urethane than there is in a cast or like a grip plate. Hardest plate to handle is the calibrated plates. These we use for like powerlifting. You don't want to be dropping these. They're calibrated to such a small tolerance. I'm not sure what the exact tolerance is. Maybe we'll get the stats and pop those up. But yeah, the weight is what they say they are. And you'll notice much tighter fit and less tolerance when you load those onto the bar. That is our range of plates. Right with that, with something like a cast plate, as you move up like 5, 10, 15, 20, the plate sizes change. Whereas something like a bumper plate, the 5 kilo one, again, just to kind of match the height of all the plates. The 5 kilo is the same as a 25 kilo, with like circumference and height of them. So again, you can use them for like Olympic lifting, CrossFit, those kinds of things where you're going to be dropping the plates. And calibrated, those obviously change in size as you move up, but they tend to be a similar thickness.